Good morning, fellow YouTubers and family. How you guys doing this morning? It's Harrison with Mainly Acres, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that I am wicked passionate about. I see a lot of potential in this, and I'm really excited that it's making a comeback here in the United States. So what am I talking about? Well, if you guys guessed hemp, you're absolutely correct. A buddy of mine sent me this article here in the American Agriculturist magazine here, and the main article in here is Hemp is Smoking Hot. So it's basically talking about how a few states here in America have legalized the growing of industrial hemp, and it talked about a few farmers and a few of their trials and tribulations in growing the hemp. And I think that it's really cool because I think that a lot of you homesteaders and farmers out there will be interested in growing this on your homestead. Now, you're definitely going to want to check into the laws and all of that good stuff because it's still legal on a state-to-state kind of basis. At the end of this video, I'll kind of talk about more of the legal stuff with hemp and my views on that. But I just want to continue talking about all the great positive things that could come out of growing hemp on your homestead. One of the top things is it's a great cover crop. If you guys are doing rotational cropping on your homestead, it's a great cover crop. It grows in poor soil, so if you guys don't have the best soil, if you're new on your homestead and you want to start growing things that will grow well, industrial hemp will grow great because it sends those roots down real deep to look for all those nutrients that it needs to grow into a healthy plant. So that's another good reason, because it sends those roots down deep. It's going to be a very sturdy plant. So if you live in a very windy area, you might want to look into growing the hemp, because you can see, I've seen in a few documentaries where they traveled around after a windstorm and you see all these cornfields just down, 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 and then they pan over to this guy that's growing industrial hemp and they're standing just as tall as they were. So that's another good positive thing for it. Another thing is there's 1,000,001 uses that you can use from the hemp plant. Industrial hemp has virtually zero to very little THC, so you're not going to get high by using this plant. There will be no euphoric type feeling like that you get from using medical marijuana or just any other marijuana that's not industrial hemp. The federal government, I believe, controls the distribution of the industrial hemp seeds, and they pretty much guarantee that the seeds contain less than 0.03% THC. So like I said, there will, you can cut the plant down and try to smoke it, but I think you'll be disappointed because like I said, there's no high that you will receive from the plant. But what you will receive is a bunch of fiber. So I believe you'll get a 15% fiber return from your stalks. Also, on the top of the stalk grows a flower, and that produces a lot of seeds. And that's really hitting the markets big here in the United States, because a lot of people are using them in their regular diets and eating them as a high protein source. A lot of people are looking into the potential of using them for grains for their animals. And another really cool thing that I find is really interesting is they are pressing the seeds and extracting the oil from them, refining that oil and making biofuel. So look at that, from one plant you can make clothing, you can make rope, fish netting, anything that you want material wise. You can also eat the seeds. It can nourish you and your livestock. And then at the end of the day, it's going to keep you warm as well, because you can also, if you don't eat those seeds, press them down, refine that oil, and now you have heat. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about the potential of the hemp and the uses for it, kind of clear up the misconception that, oh, if I grow industrial hemp, people will be, smoking this stuff or whatnot and using it for all the wrong reasons, which is completely false, because like I said before, there is no euphoria type feeling from consuming these plants by smoking them. So I am really, like I said, really passionate into this, because this year is the first year that I'm actually going to try processing hemp on a small scale on our homestead. I'm not going to go ahead and get the licensing and permit to grow industrial hemp on the homestead. So I guess this time would be a good time to talk about the laws and kind of the rules regarding the growing of hemp. Through the federal government, they don't look at industrial hemp and medical marijuana being two different plants. They classify them as one plant. So through the federal government, growing any medical marijuana, growing any recreational marijuana, and growing any industrial hemp is all illegal. All of those are still illegal through the federal government. Now, there are a lot of people that are growing these things because it's legal on a state level, but I don't know how, I would really want to jump into that being a farmer, paying a lot of money for the licensing, a lot of money for the equipment, when at the end of the day, the federal government could roll into your driveway and shut you down, take all of your money and everything, and leave you broke. So that's why I don't know, until they change some laws and legislation, or maybe, just classifying the two as separate things and allowing the complete legalization for the industrial hemp, I don't know that I would, jump into that here on my homestead, just for that reason. Now, one loophole that I've kind of found that I'm comfortable doing is that here in Maine, it is legal for the recreational growing of marijuana, and a lot of people grow medical marijuana. So what I have done is I've contacted those people so that way I can get my marijuana stalks or my hemp stalks from them. And the great thing about that is that these people that are growing the marijuana recreational or for medically, the stalks is a waste product for them. They have no use for the stalks because the stalks, in essence, contain very little to no THC in them, and people aren't consuming those. So they are happy to get rid of them. So it's a bonus for me because I'm getting my material for free to pretty much low cost. Well, I pay a little bit of fuel and whatnot to go get them and bring them back here on the homestead. But I just thought that that was a great opportunity, and it's something that I'm investigating this year to see how well this is going to work. So that way I'm not growing hemp on my homestead or marijuana or any of that other stuff here on the homestead, so I don't have to worry about the federal government coming in and shutting me down. The people that I am getting my material from are completely legal through the state to do what they are doing, and I'm just taking a waste product from them and turning it into a usable, sellable product. So if you guys are interested in kind of tackling processing hemp that way, in my opinion, it's a safer way to go about doing it. And I think that it's a great little loophole, if you will, don't tell anybody about it, of being able to maybe get your feet wet and see if that's something that you would be interested in doing. So that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. If you guys are interested in seeing my videos on how to process hemp on a homestead on a small scale, then always hit that subscribe button and that like button, because here in the next 3 to 4 days I will have some videos that I'll be able to start editing and get up on YouTube to show you guys how I'm going to process this hemp here on the homestead. So I hope this video has helped you. If you guys have liked it, please leave comments down below and tell me where you stand. Do you think that we should grow industrial hemp in the United States? Do you think that the federal government should completely legalize it? And also let me know if you learned anything new from this video. So if you maybe in the beginning of this video you were anti-growing hemp and maybe have kind of changed your mind, let me know in the comments down below too. As always, spend time with that family and take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon.